Hey, how you doing? All right, this video, 5 tips for you to protect your brand. I'm Andy Contiguglia with the Contiguglia Law Firm here in Denver, Colorado. So let's sit down for some coffee, bagels, and legal and talk a little bit about protecting your brand. Brand protection is critical when you start your business. It becomes the basis of your marketing efforts and the foundation of your business identity. But protection of your brand doesn't really happen automatically. There are specific steps that you need to take to ensure that your brand is protected. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 legal steps that you need for brand protection and also for your business success. So much weight lies on the shoulders of your brand, your reputation, your credibility, and ultimately your company's growth. Everything from your trade name to the legal protections you set in place builds the foundation of all your marketing efforts and the basis of how people recognize your company. So, as a business owner, how do you protect your name? How do you secure the elements that set your company apart and possibly even open up revenue opportunities based on your overarching brand? Number 1, first thing, pretty basic, copyright your logo. A copyright can protect an original creation, such as works of art or other unique designs. 9 times out of 10, a logo falls under this category. By copywriting your logo, you secure it as your own intellectual property and you prohibit others from copying your brand's icon. In this case, you become the sole person or entity that can reproduce, make derivatives, distribute, and sell the copyrighted item. Out of all your creative elements, your logo is the one symbol that will represent your company and your brand. It's imperative that you protect it as you would an asset. If you don't copyright your logo, you really sort of run the risk of having to pay royalties to another business that beats you to it. All right, running the risk of having to completely rebrand, running the risk of spending your revenue on litigation on an infringement case rather than growing your business. On the other hand, if you do in fact copyright your logo, you are protecting your brand equity. Anyone who violates your copyright by using it without your permission will be subject to a lawsuit and subjected to fines and damages on your behalf. It's the same story with trademarks, except trademarks cover a little bit more than original works of art. All right, tip number 2, let's now think about your trademarks. So it's amazing how unique business names and creative logos can distinguish a company in the market. So think about it. Anytime that you see an image of a half-eaten apple, you think of a Mac or an iPhone. Apple is the perfect example of a company that has built an untouchable brand. Their company name doesn't even need to be present for consumers to know exactly what they're looking at when they see their logo. So would this have been possible without their trademark? The short answer here is no. Apple's logo is a really good example of what can be copyrighted versus what can be trademarked. An image of an apple can't be copyrighted since it's fairly generic and simplistic, right? But the use of an apple as a symbol for a creative company, for a software company in Apple's case, it can be protected as a trademark. Well, what else can be trademarked? Let's take a look at this. Are you doing business under your personal name? Well, guess what? That too can be registered as a trademark. Think of things like Michael Kors. Right? Did you make up a creative name for your business? That also can be trademarked. Think things like Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. You also have a unique logo that symbolizes your organization. Well, depending on the design, it can be trademarked and it also can be copyrighted, allowing you to get sort of these broader protections that comes with both strategies. By trademarking your creative assets, you ensure that your brand will hold its value and maintain the proprietary elements that keep your business unique. We don't want to be confused with other people. We want to keep our uniqueness, right? So trademarks also apply to special terms and slogans your company uses to distinguish its brand. Think of like Nike's Just Do It or Apple's Think Different. Tip number 3. Think about your phrases and slogans. The key phrases and slogans that stick are ones that businesses, both small and large, they have to guard those and they have to protect them. The proprietary terms used to describe your methods, processes, and inventions can quickly take on just as much value as a logo or even a business name. All right, for example, when I say jet ski, you think of a fun personal watercraft that you can ride through the waters on a lake or ocean. Right? However, the generic term for a jet ski is a personal watercraft. Right? Consumers have grown to refer to nearly all personal watercrafts as a jet ski. We even turn it into a verb, telling other people that we're going to go jet skiing, even though it's simply just one brand of a personal watercraft on the market. Kawasaki, they trademarked the special term jet ski, and it has brought their overall brand to the forefront of their industry. Other phrases such as, masterclass, the spark plug method, or any other unique proprietary term also calls for protection. It can literally make or break the foundation of your brand. When you can pioneer a specific term and have other uses for it, describing your work or your work product, well, you've got something right. However, in order to do this, it's important to understand that once your business begins to catch wind and the special terms you've come up with will gain popularity, you'll see that many startups and legacy companies alike will use your special terms as they grow unless they are legally secured. Tip number 4, let's talk about trade secrets. When you partner with a third-party vendor, they get a lens into your operations. Depending on the scope of the work, they may even have access to the ideas and innovations that could hurt your business if they were to be discussed with competitors or shared with the public. Things like the schematics of a new product, financial information, new business ideas, and details around a merger and an acquisition, all of these hold sensitive information that can be protected. Even something that seems as simple as your marketing plan, believe it or not, can be used against you as you begin to build your brand and as you begin to compete against others in the marketplace. You don't want to lose your advantage. For that reason, you need to have your vendors, and in some cases, even your employees, sign a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. An NDA will obligate individuals who get their eyes on your proprietary information to keep what they saw confidential. If they disclose information that is subject to the NDA, well, these individuals could be responsible for damages in the event it gets disclosed. Tip number 5, in addition to what I've already discussed in this video, there are truly countless other elements that really could help you protect you and your business. But at the end of the day, the biggest piece to the puzzle is simply having me, a trusted attorney, on your team. Right? It's important to align with someone who knows the ins and the outs of how business law operates and how the inherent risks are with each element of your company. Right? It will save you ample amounts of time, money, stress, avoiding the obstacles, and many owners, these types of items that owners run into even after a few years of doing business. Right? Without the proper legal protections and the proper legal strategies behind the elements that make your business unique, anyone can come in. They can knock off what you've put together, and they can utilize the same imagery, verbiage, fonts, colors, or any combination thereof. If they see you behind the glass on your operations, your inventions, your unique processes, you could be even in bigger trouble. It's time to protect those. Brand protection is made easier when you have a lawyer guarding your business with a professional eye. If you're a small to medium-sized business looking to grow and expand your roots, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel to keep yourself informed of the legalities and strategies behind running a very successful business. Again, I'm Andy Contaguglia, the owner and the founder of the Contaguglia Law Firm here in Denver. And until next time, remember, don't skip the legal. Good luck.